welcome to Probing the Many. We're back straight away, looking at Gang Xiao versus Philly Fusion. Like, Paris was quick as a series, but we got like our first glimpse of moments of the new meta. But I wanted to do this series for precisely one reason. One reason and one reason only. I actually need to do some prep for this to make sure that we're doing this properly. Because there's been a tradition forming on this channel with certain heroes, and I want to continue that tradition. So, you know, we're starting out. I like the fact that they highlighted that Fraggy got swapped into Gang Xiao and Kib got swapped into Philly Fusion. So both, you know, those two are leaking like crazy, I'm sure. So, oh, Philly's been practicing this. Oh, Gang Xiao's been practicing this. Straight away. Carpe. He's brought out everybody's favorite. So, we need the Reaper Tuba. We need the Reaper Tuba to announce Reaper's presence on the map. It's a choice. It's certainly a choice. We'll see if we need the Tuba anymore. If there's going to be any comedy moments with Reaper. There might be. Spoiler. He's an interesting choice. I don't mind Philly's team pick here, actually. Right? Philly have got this strategy at the moment of, like, especially if Gang Xiao are playing the Sombra, I think this is fine. If Gang Xiao swap to like a Hanzo or a Widow, I think Philly are buggered. Because Philly's goal is literally just, okay, we'll get on the point, and then anything that fights us on the point, we just win. Because Reaper's really good at fighting on the point, Sombra's good at disrupting people busy fighting on the point, Hammond is pretty good at fighting around a point, he can sort of dip in and out, Poco can absorb a lot of damage, Moira is very good at healing people on a point, Neptuno gets you there nice and quickly. So it's like, okay, well, we'll just run to the point, and then you gotta fight us here. Good luck fighting us here. Because, yeah, they can just, like, speed boost, and it's like, this is what, you know, true old school rush down looks like, right? It's just, we've picked a target. Okay, fat boy, it's you. Everyone bully Hotba. And he just explodes. There's nothing he can do about it. That's this strategy executing completely perfectly. And they can do that every single time, which is why Hotba has swapped to Diva, because now it's going to be harder to do. It's going to be a lot harder to do. And as long as Philly can do that reliably, and they got Winston as well, so Winston can just jump away. As long as Philly can do it reliably and like pick a target, run it, and kill it, and then grand. But Gang Xiao swapping this quickly to react to this, I think is brilliant. They've done a superb job of like realizing, okay, we can't, you know, stay in and fight because hey, the moment the Reaper gets in now, well, everyone just kind of disappears. Looks like they've nanoed something. We haven't seen what. Boombox gone big on the Coalescence though. We'll scoop up a kill. So that nice early Moira advantage. Looks like they've nanoed the Diva for some reason. Not going to be enough to kill through Moira. It's like, okay. Good start. Good start, Philly. Everything's going to plan. Carpe almost has an ult, but Reaper ult in pro games, yeah. There's a Diva. She exists. She's going to get a ton of ult off Rio, already at 60%. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing Gang Xiao just poke out, take some damage, get that nano going, and then just, like, nano dive someone. Oh, it's Reaper time. Oh. Oh, no. Oh. There we go. They had to use everything to do it. I did not know you could stand up there. Ooh. Ooh. I never even considered that location. I mean, Philly are just like responding super well. Gang Xiao tried to do a lot there. The moment that the EMP was gone, Neptuno could come in, sound barrier, and hey, get re-engaged. Everyone's in a small room. Reaper loves it. He's actually being effective. Maybe I should put the tuber away. Okay, I want to see a big spicy nano. Oh! Going for a fancy teleport, and all of his team are dying. It's fine. He's gonna go. Oh wait, no, there's a Mei. He can't. Oh, Diva. He can't. He can't ult. Trying to focus down Rio, but oh, Primal. Oh, run away. Run away. Run away. No, dearie me. So let us consider Carpe's contribution to that fight on the Reaper now. Let us get the tuba ready. So they engage. Okay, they've used Nano, and he goes for it, and then he teleports. And then he gets into the enemy team, but the enemy team just kind of control him and move away from him. And then hunt him down and kill him. And he can't even self-heal enough to survive a Winston punching him in the face. Using Primal Punch, brah! Yeah. That's rough. That's rough, buddy. But don't worry, he's got Death Blossom. Death Blossom will do so much here. Interesting to see that Shu swapped to the Moira. When did that happen? Imagine it's when he died super early in the fight, didn't he? He got like picked off. Yeah, he's the first to die. Because he kind of got hacked and sat on by Hammond. So yeah, he just goes Moira just to come back faster, just to get the healing. What's interesting is he stays on it, which yeah, I'm not too fussed about. Like losing Nano is kind of a, but it'll definitely help a lot against like the Reaper. Just having that much healing. I was very happy to see Blizzard reverse the change to Moira's Fade as well. Standard EMP engage. Managed to get just about everybody. Poco's frozen up. I like the visual effect on that. Look at Poco's portrait. Look up here. Look up here. Lend me your eyes. You can actually see like the frost build on his portrait and then it like freezes in and then melts off. That's a really nice visual effect. Good job whoever did that.
Welcome to Overwatch, Monster.
Supernova. My voice went. Thank you very much appreciated. Welcome, 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 welcome. The Reaper like outlived his usefulness the moment that Gang Jiao swapped to Diva. I think at that precise moment, Reaper is done. Like straight away, and yet Carpe wants the Death Blossom. He wants to do something with this ult. We got a one-man EMP. He got the Death Blossom. To his credit, he killed someone with it. It was an EMP'd Winston, but he did it. And, oh yeah, no, oh, good job, Carpe. He helped out stop the mail. They interrupted the mail. No Blizzard for you. Like again, this is a situation where Reaper should be in theory very strong. We are on the point, fighting in a big brawl. Reaper is happy. He's got a big smile on his face. Got a hacked primaling Winston. Just what you want as Reaper. Oh, it's delicious. It's lovely. Reaper's big issue is that he is very good at one thing in one situation, and the moment that situation is done, he is just not very good. I am still like 100% on the give Reaper smoke grenades. Give Reaper smoke grenades. Do you think running Mei Reaper would work good on control maps? I think the issue with Mei Reaper is that you put all your eggs into like the close range basket. Like the moment you do that, if they start going like Hanzo and stuff, you're in trouble. Smoke grenades, yeah. He has them in the original trailer. Like, Widow grapples out and Reaper fires off some smoke grenades. And that's how they make their escape. And Overwatch doesn't have any smokes. I think smokes would be really fun. It would also nerf Widow, hey. Because then you can actually smoke areas. But he has an escape. Yeah, but it's giving him utility outside of I shoot things very well at close range. And honestly, I would gladly trade I'd definitely trade Shadow Step. Maybe I'd even go as far as trading Wraith Form. Probably not trade Wraith Form. It's not about giving him an escape, it's about giving him something to contribute to a team. When Infrasight or Hanzo Sonic, yes, but an ultimate beating an ability is pretty normal, and Sonic Arrow is on a long cooldown, can only be put in one place. I think Smokes would be fun. Maybe that's just me. So Philly going with like a very high intensity dive. Like this is as aggressive, I think, a posture as you could possibly adopt. Gang Xiao playing what I would consider to be more normal. Playing very similarly to what we saw Paris playing earlier on, which is like this sort of, you have these guys all like balling together. And then you would have like the Sombra like not actually roaming around like Sombras are often want to do, but just hanging back a little bit and almost saying, Philly, dive us, and then Sombra will hack someone. She wants like everyone on Philly to be engaged and then looking for hacks. What about passive where Reaper deploys smoke during Wraith or Teleport? I think that might make those abilities a bit too strong. Yeah, just give him a right click. Give him like 2 smokes that you can shoot as like grenades on right click. Like, literally the reason why snipers aren't the god of Counter-Strike is smokes. If you want to nerf hit scans power, smokes. It's so nice to see Carpe on Tracer again, my god. My god, is it nice to see Carpe play DPS characters. Yeah, alas, Reaper. I don't think Reaper rejoins us for the rest of the series. It feels like that strategy was purely for that map. And it worked at the start, and then stopped working very quickly. Like, this is such a high-intensity dive. My god. Like, who are they getting first? Is it just all on the Ana? Like, Chara has to play such a perfect Lucio to actually win this. Like, this might be the instance where you actually do want to play Brig. Yeah, it's just all on the Ana. All on Shu. With the Coalescence as well. Oh god, what do you do as Yana there? You just... I guess I'll die. Like, what do? You go home. Gangshao needs to make changes. They make changes by pretty much playing what Philly are playing. I mean, they have like a Nano Winston coming up. But I think Philly just vanish. Like a found shoot, EMP shoot, dive shoot, kill shoot, dead. Perfect. I mean, this is the Philly that like this is the style of play that made me excited to be a Philadelphia fan. Right? Part of it was, yes, you know, Hayes, Boombox are involved in that team. Now Chris is involved in that team, Kibb's involved in that team. Philly are carrying a lot of like the UK spirit with them, even though a lot of it is sort of in the shadows at the moment. But it's this like level of aggression that Philadelphia made their name for. And it feels like Guangzhou just cannot handle it. They just can't deal with it. And it makes me so happy because they were not great at goats. They did not have the best tank players in the world. I mean, they need to tighten the Reaper choke pellet. Like Reaper, I think Reaper's... He's surprisingly... He's better than you would expect at medium range, is what I would say. Like, I think his pellet spread is fine. To me, like... It's difficult to know exactly what to do with him. Like, maybe you just give him slugs. Just give him, like, a projectile shot. But then that might be make him too strong. You know, you right-click and you swap to slugs. You have to do a reload animation to do it. That would be quite funny. But I think Reaper's problem is more defense matrix exists. Like that to me is Reaper is like Reaper is that kitchen gadget you buy precisely once and you use it once to like peel a potato or to I don't know to debone a fish or something, and you use it exactly one time and then you put it in your drawer for like the rest of your life and you never use it. And it's made out of cheap plastic and advertised with a really bright upbeat voice, only available at selected retailers. It's that kind of thing. At least in the UK, it's that kind of thing. Like Reaper is that problem. He does one thing exactly, and he does it really well. So you've got to find ways to make him do at least something else to enable him. And then if another character exists, say Diva, who means that one thing he does really well, he stops doing it really well, then he's just boned. Dragon Breath rounds? That will be quite fun. Like incendiary rounds. Oh, Carpe's playing Widow. So yeah, both teams doing the Mace Trap. No one doing the Baptiste strat. That makes me sad. I really loved how they played that Baptiste. I think that was the coolest thing. Oh. 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 Just Just watch how everybody moves. Just watch how everybody moves. Like, as all this unfolds. It's like the pull, wall, blocked, pull, wall, blocked, and then you can see, like, everyone on Philly just bounces out. Look how unified they are. They all jump at the same time. Oh, the wall! They got him! They got him! Oh, the wall! Oh, the counter wall, but you don't have a wall anymore. You're in trouble. You gotta freeze. I wonder where he's putting that barrier. Like, Sadow's doing this very specific barrier shot, and I wish I could tell you where he was putting it exactly. Is it there? Okay, yeah, it's just landing on just on the opposite side of the room. Kind of interesting. Oh! So they're in through the choke. Oh! Woo! I mean, this is the disadvantage of the Mei, right? Like, you are completely reliant on, like, the Widow v Widow in terms of controlling space. When you have a Hanzo, you can do a lot more, like, forcing. Whereas the Mei is way more shackled to having, like, the team. Neptuno, though, it's good to see you back, son. And then somehow he died to an Ana. Oh, it takes some damage off Happy, and then Valkyrie runs out, and so he loses all the self-healing. Shu kills him. What? 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 It looks like Philly have done it. They've broken it. Honestly, on the topic of Widow counters, yeah, Valkyrie is actually a really nice one. The Orange Snow, it could be worse. It could be Mayhem's. The red ones are the really concerning ones. You get these bright red walls. It's just like, ooh. It's like playing the Crimson Court all over again. The Blizzard. They got Hop Up. They got Hop Up. Oh, he's been pulled as well. Oh, he's been pulled. Oh, Hopper's bad day. Poco. In trouble. It's like the current meta is like you have these Widowmakers bouncing around, and then it's just May and Orisa working together to try and take every single tiny inch of ground that they can find. Oh, I remember this. This is just disgusting. Bop. Just, oh no. Oh no. Okay, Philly moving as a big group. Don't really have like an easy I win condition, aside from maybe Blizzard. They're taking a very safe way in. Even have Carpe moving with them. Gonna be moving into Infra site, but they don't really give a heck. Oh, the flank from... That's a very nice flank. Out of Happy. Like, he knows he can do it as well, because he has the Infra site. So he's sort of used the knowledge of, oh, I have Infra, I can just rotate around them. Like, you can see he's already going for it now. And just gets a beauty of a kill on Neptuno. Nice. How to Philly break this? Aside from like a really good Blizzard. Like, it's like Nano Poco won't really do it. I don't think. Oh. All the walls. It's nuts. I want to see what happens if Philly are in their away skin. Oh, I guess it's just white, isn't it? Because everyone's away skin is white. It's just like Philly's other color is black. Do you have like a black wall? Oh, Neptuno. Oh. She's back. You got to be real careful about your positioning now. I mean, yeah, they can show that like Gang Chao all these ults, but they're just winning without, like, to me these ults are all kind of safeties. They don't need to do anything. His far is just happy things. The one with Infrasight, I'd say, is like, that's not Neptuno's problem. I'd say the second one is Neptuno's problem. Like, the only reason Happy can go on that flank is because he is... Oh, Happy's also waving. He's saying, hello, hello, I'm waiting to flank you. And you can see, like, this... Just the presence alone of Happy being over there with Infrasight active just means that Carpe is, like, stuck. He's, like, going... He's going to peek us. He's going to peek us at any moment, and so he has to play so carefully. He's just constantly paranoid about it. There's the Blizzard, but... Just wait. Oh, no, mate. Whoa, 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 they got hop up. Oh, we'll go down. They got Nano May. Oh, ho, ho. Oh, get you. Stop his money crew. Oh, no. Poco's back in. They got Happy as well with the May. Whew. Jesus. I love the Batiste swap here. I adore the last minute Batiste swaps. I love using Batiste to contest points. He's so good out the box. They did get a third, I believe. How did they fail? Where was the failure point? Like, where did this break down? And it's either like they're winning, the winning, the winning, the winning. Sato's dead. Just kind of got run down. I'd say it's like this moment here. Just like they don't have enough to finish Rio, and they can't push aggressively enough to go and push Shu out, and so EQO is just kind of stuck trying to fight 3 people at once. Does go and contest and get happy. I'd say this is kind of an odd point as well, where it's like EQO is shooting the bongo. Poco can't really help because he's stuck just whole hogging, so he's not doing much to anything at this point. He's just sort of zoning. He can't do much damage. He smashes the barrier, does eventually get the bongo, but the bongo just serves as like a distraction. It's all they need to get people back. Do you think Hog will be changed to be more tanky because of 222? I think Hog's fine. I think Hog's in like the best state he's been in a long time. He's not like he's not a tank in the traditional sense that he protects others, but he just takes space. Like Hog is very good at just stealing ground. And that's kind of what he does. He just runs into places and says, "Yep, this is mine." Oh! And YXL looking a bit weird today. Owl advertising Coca-Cola. Let me have a slurp from my Pepsi Max. In an owl cup, no less. Oh god, I'm such a rebel. Yeah, I'd say like to me the big surprise is to see like the lack of Sombra. I think that is the big shock to me out of the first day of Owl. Is we've seen like a lot of Widow, that's no great shock. A bit of Tracer, a lot of Mei, that was pretty shocking. Hog Risa, not too surprising. No Sombra. Well, very little Sombra. Outside of like people playing Dive, some teams, like I think Paris occasionally played like the Hog Risa with Sombra. Just seems like she's kind of vanished. Go figure, that's what she does. Heard of Coffee Grim? I'm out of special sugar. I get this, there's a sugar called Silver Spoon sugar in the UK, and it's like a sweetened sugar. The idea behind it is, instead of needing like 2 sugars in your coffee, you just need 1. Or you don't even need 1, you need like half, because it's so sweet, and such a powerful sweetener, that you need less sugar, and so you eat less sugar, which I think is really good. Maybe they find that Mei works better than Sombra? Maybe. Like, it's an interesting decision point of like, ooh. Okay, this is what I get. I think I was playing Smash while rewatching this, and I did not notice they played Orisa Zarya. I am very curious to see how this works. I guess it helps against the Mei? Maybe? If I could, I would just put the camera on Hopper. Alas, I don't have that power. But I want to see how much charge Hopper has at any given second, because I believe it's probably going to be like 0. Although it looks like he had a good whack of it there. Oh, that Slippy Ninja. He's gone. He's vanished. Oh, Poco having a bad time. I mean, they've broken the point. Somehow. Iko just throws himself off the side. Gives a barrier for the sniper to peek. I don't think that to me is really kind of a risky use of it. Because there's just so many instances where you'll just get nothing and then not have a barrier. I mean, what's nice for Gangjiao here is like, this is exactly what you want to happen on Volskaya, which is you've got your snipers through and then they can just flank and take ground and you just have a Hanzo on one side, a Widow on the other. And it's like you're trying to deal with, you know, Carpe is currently engaged in a battle at the moment with Nero and Happy, and he can't fight them both. He just can't. So Philly are just like super uncomfortable. So I think this is like completely irrespective of the existence of Hotbar. So cleanses slow, yeah, like he's okay against the May. He gives him a great win condition. Like to me, that's the biggest thing. Is like if you can get a grav, Philly have not like it's going to be difficult to kill anything in the grav, I guess, because the things that you can grab are going to be like EQO, Sado, Poco, and Boombox. That's who you'll get, maybe, and probably not Boombox. Sado can walk out of it, Poco can self-heal, and EQO can ice block. You also got a barrier and a wall to contest with, so like I don't think Grab's going to quite do it. It could just be for that. Like literally just for that. Every single time they throw out a halt, you just put a barrier on like the Orisa and just let the Orisa get pulled, and it's gonna block it every single time. But then you sacrifice, like you trade a Roadhog for that. You trade pretty much the entire barrier war for that. You've got to have a real lot of confidence in your snipers. Which Happy seems to be worth it. It's like Gangshaw are fine playing to a stalemate on the front line because they know that Nero and Happy can just take over elsewhere. Like I don't think Rio and Hotbar ever push in without a couple of sniper kills first. It is all on Nero and Happy pushing around and getting the flanks. Despite that, Zarya's also getting some good charges. She's getting okay charge. She's getting like 60 to 80, it looked like. Just by running in front of the barrier and absorbing some shots. I'd say that's more on Poco than anything, but good Zaryas will always get charged, so. What am I seeing on the preview here? I see Okay. I thought that was Josh Wilkinson. I thought that was Sideshow, not like a Gladiators fan. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. It's like, why have they dressed him up like that? What are they doing? Exactly the same as before. Yeah, Zarya bubble every time to block it. That's literally all it's there for. Nettuno playing Batiste. Instead of Mercy, I guess? Yeah. Whoa. Lul. Oh god, that is not an easy shot. Jesus. Oh god, there's a mate. Oh. Like, I think with this strat, if Philly can break either of the snipers, I think they can just hold forever. But they've got to beat the snipers. Either that or you just go all in on the front line. Like, maybe they should... Nano Carpe. Ooh. 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 Oh! Nice. Good lad. Oh no. Look at that poor grandma. Ikeo might be in trouble here, actually. Oh, Immortality Field. Lul. Run! Poco's here! Poco's here! I think the Diva swap is really good here. I really like that. You get very similar barrier damage, I'd say. Like, it's definitely not the same. Roadhog's definitely better. But the barrier damage isn't going to be, like, that much worse compared to, like, a Zarya. Especially if they throw the barrier that close. And yet you get a lot more extra utility out of it. You get something that can contest the grav. Well, there's the win condition. But you also get something that could, in theory, break away and go and fight the Widow or go and fight the Hanzo. So I think I like the Diva a lot here. But this is always, to me, this is the interesting part of the meta, because it's like, okay, well, Hog Reaper is really powerful because of Halt Hook. Halt Hook is really good. So Gang Xiao sat down and thought, okay, well, how do we beat it? Okay, we'll use a Zarya and we'll bubble every single time that they do it. Very straightforward, very simple. Now the evolution is, well, okay, if they do this adaptation and you are playing Halt Hook, what do you do to beat that adaptation? Like, can you bake something into your comp that makes you beat that Zarya somehow? Whether it is just change off the Roadhog into something that beats the Zarya, or you... Just a Zarya running down a Widowmaker is a surreal sight. Or you find some way to use the Hog Riso combo in a different way, maybe, and try and get value out of it there. Like, maybe you just throw out halts and you don't bother hooking, let them use the barriers, and then just engage, or something like that. So it's almost like you bluff. Like, he's on 100% charge, and they're nanoing him as well. Like, they're nanoing Zarya and then letting her run into the enemy team on like 100 charge. And it just feels like Philly have been completely caught off guard by this somehow. It's very clever. Swapping to Winston now. Okay. Okay. I like the Zen on from Boomers. Like, having Transcendence will just be very nice. Whoop. I'm puzzled by the Winston. Like, they're just losing ground. They are just losing ground and ground and ground and ground and ground. Sato has done nothing on this hero. Pokeball! Not quite. Okay, got happy. I mean, I mentioned it earlier, like, if you can neutralize the snipers, then you kind of just beat what they're using, what charge you're using, but they're occasionally killing the snipers and then Mercy's just rezzing it instantly. And they're not dealing with both of them. This Zarya is completely ruining them. Wouldn't it be better to run dive? I wouldn't say so. I'd say, like, you could maybe do it, like a very high intensity, high aggro dive, and just go for Shu. I also don't think the Vatisse was terrible. Like, I'm seeing ghosts. It's spooky. There we go. Well, coming into this, like, we'll see what they're gonna do. Neptuno back onto the Vatisse again. No, that's why they went Winston. Just Winston on his own is not like Winston can contest snipers, but he'll very rarely kill them. So generally what you'll do, or how it'll work, is teams will go, the Widow's contested, and then other people will do something during that time. It's much more about, like, you are just going to be annoying and put your big face in front of the Widow and mess her up somehow. And go from there. Neptuno should be building towards the ult nice and quick, though. It feels like Gang Xiao are executing a lot better on the old Halt Hook. I notice a severe lack of overlay happening at the moment. I thought that was just baked into the game.
a little bit tough, I think. If you're
It's interesting to see that the UI is kind of
gonna fire that barrier
wrong.
there. And we'll land.
Okay, can they execute this Baptiste bust?
You see it? Landed right there.
The Maywalls again.
Okay, wait for the wall.
Combos. Rio taking a nap. Got hit with the sleep dart. For it now.
It's not as good as Paris's.
Again, you want to try to use that and sustain for just a little bit longer once you get to the
Like, it's the exact same problem that
Better placement there, so at least they could get some
that
damage
Houston
around
had.
the corner, but
not a whole lot just yet. All right, nice anti-heal, but the immortality field is there for Philly. It's gone now, but Poco, oh, he got stunned. He's taken out. Hotba got him. It was a
Because to me, the key isn't to like you can use it to blow up an Orisa berry, but if she can just move, then that's a problem. If she can just move and put down a new one, she doesn't give a shit. So it's like you need to do it where the enemy uses a barrier, you use your Baptiste, and then you can get results.
going after the DPS, but during the Valkyrie, Char had an opportunity simply to take out Carpe. He was already damaged from a duel on the high ground.
Titans are goats, one streaks. I haven't seen the Titans game.
Getting the kills, but he's also
I think it was a 4-0.
quite a few. Sato again, same barrier position that we saw.
Oh no, it's 1-3. Ooh.
Right next to the
Hmm.
statue. It's a really cute little spot there. And what this does is it allows them with the Batiste to get onto that corner. Their goal is to sit on this corner.
Okay, so they've ditched the Batiste. They have Dragon Strike. Hey! Hex. Thank you so much, Hex.
oh, hook on the Sato. He's in a lot of trouble here. Barely
What? You?
frozen.
Up!
Yeah, pretty much.
Up!
Be rough. Live, and now he's
Did they do that purely to save EQO?
hook on the Sato.
Well,
He's in
so like Hanzo and King's Row, right? Tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme. Hanzo and King's Row, May and King's Row as well. Like she used to be used a lot on this map, ages and ages and ages ago. The trick with Hanzo and King's Row is you just like you want to just push them into this little nook back here, and then you just slap the dragon across, or in this case, slap the dragon straight across. Right? They have nowhere to go. There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
Sato. He's in a lot of trouble here.
It's just like the nice Venn diagram of May ults.
Kept alive.
Everyone has to chill out, stay cool.
Yeah, pretty much. It's gonna be
Could use some of that right now.
down though. I thought
It is very warm in this room.
but Nero's also
Okay, they finally get it.
delivering the charge, the fight they were hoping for, and now it
What I find interesting is like the fact that they stopped using the Zarya on defense, because that was working so well for them. Unbelievably, it was working so well for them.
earlier than Mercy and the Ana now. Philadelphia Fusion.
I'm guessing on defense, it's just too easy to run into.
Time. It's going to be really difficult for them to match time bank.
Like if you just don't bother halt hooking and just run into the enemy team, they kind of just have to give you the ground.
But not a lot of ults on the side of the charge, so at least an opportunity as we see the charge taking the same corner.
Let's see.
We saw Philadelphia on their defense earlier. Imprecise.
Like Philly's options right now.
Payload's not in a position.
I mean, Hanzo's second point, King's Row, has always been a classic as well. So they can definitely play around getting that up and running. They have a whole hog for this next push. That's bold out of Carpe.
Carpe exits quickly as he gets hit with the Venomite. You don't want to mess with that.
I think like I wish we had a view on the front line. Like this is why the client needs to like let you have a view as early as possible, because this is definitely going to give them ground. The question is like you can use this similar to like the Baptiste bust, just by throwing out these barriers. And like if the enemy Orisa drops a barrier, like this is standard Orisa anything. Orisa drops the barrier, slam down your bongo and slam down your barrier, and then you can just blow theirs up straight away. So it's like the same logic that applies. Judging from the way that Gang Jiao are just all running, looks like that's what's happened.
You don't want to mess with that.
Yeah, but
While Carpe plays Contest the Widow, because somebody has to. Flying Orisa. Oh, what? What?
payload and all have to.
Oh, they pulled him. Okay.
But that's gonna do something. Good hook.
They have trapped them between a wall and a whole hog. So they get Rio at least. I think Hobber's just going to return the favor in a second. Oh, oh, oh god. Oh dear.
Introduction doing work. Hoppa takes out Sato.
Yeah.
Happy coming back from as well.
Hobber's had a real good series.
Another good defense for the Guangzhou charge.
Looked a bit risky there, and now Funko. I don't think they're actually gonna.
He's been doing real good.
Maybe they will. They go this far forward. Change up the defense just a little bit happy.
No changes out of Philly. Makes sense. They have some good ults coming online soon. They are pushing into Infrasight again, so they have to take it slow. They're at least contesting. Got their eye on the high ground. Neptuno almost gets picked again. Being fair, this is not a new problem for Neptuno, actually. Like, he has a habit of this.
Yeah, he was looking for him with a Sonic arrow too, but I mean, it looked like he didn't see him at first. Did end up
Blizzard, I think, yeah,
They got Hopper.
and Rio both throws Rio on the edge of that one. Oh, Carpe
That's gonna be enough.
He's been hunting Happy so long.
Very unusual dragon.
Montrose can use a blitz as well. That's Sato and Poke
That was an awful dragon out of Carpe.
up from Philly just in time to save.
What?
No, it doesn't. Poke
What? What? Good.
Oh, Carpe finally finds a pick. He's been hunting Rio both throws Rio on the edge of that one. Oh, Carpe finally finds a pick.
I'm guessing he does it in, like, I'm wondering why he's dashing, and I'm guessing it's because he heard the blizzard go off, and so he realized, oh, I've got a dash here.
Happy so
The dragon just sails over. And it's because he jumps, and then, like, blizzard goes off, and then he dashes, right? So, jump, blizzard, dash. So he knows he has to get out of it. If he just lands, it might still be good enough, but, like, that's a safer thing to do. So it's, like, I can't actually, like, blame him too much for it, because if he could just hop out of there and fire this ult, it'll be fine. Like, if he just could fire this and just land and Dragon Strike and just put it, like, across here, everything's fine. It's the fact that the blizzard goes off, Carpe reacts by leaping out of it. Just like, for safety, just, oh, I'm going to jump further just because I expect it to be in here. The dragon just sails past everybody. Like, they just get underneath it, literally. And then they even bongo to grind through it even faster. Rio got crushed. What? I think he's stuck. He can't move. Oh. It has been fun seeing May, at least. I imagine May will get very tiresome very soon, but... Oh! Hello, Bercy. That's 2 heroes we've seen stuck so far. I love it. Oh dear.
kind of stuck on the flank right here, but it looks like he will be able to get back to his teammates. Head up the high.
I mean, the hands are still going to be good.
Possible. Philadelphia Fusion have to win this fight. Only
And you can see that they've given some space for it as well. I think they know they're waiting for it. What I'm curious to see is who Boomers is going to nano.
Charge on the defense. They're so close, man. Only 10 seconds remaining. They can hold right here.
Like, you got one shot.
They can 2 meters to go for Philadelphia, though. That's right.
Put the dragon across it.
And there's a dragon strike right through it.
Don't even need it, but they did it anyway.
For the members that charge in that one, and point B after they take out through it.
That was disciplined out of Philly. I think Philly did that very cleverly. Like, they didn't just all go all in. They know that, okay, we've got 20 seconds, but Hanzo's on 80%, May's on 80%. We can wait. We can hold on for like 2 seconds. Get a little bit more ult charge. Maybe get a cooldown or 2.
Series so far. Whoever wins this map takes the lead. Charge on the defense. They're so close, man. Only 10 seconds.
Like, the bongo's really nicely placed as well. That's good to see.
Hold right here.
Did Boombox nano anyone?
To go for Philadelphia, though. That's right. Blizzard used. And there's a
No.
dragon
No, he
strike
did not.
right through it. Not gonna be survived
Good lad.
for the members that charge in that one, and point
I will say, if Boombox has any weakness as a player, it is that he
Philly it is.
tends to be kind of a little bit bad at managing his ults. He tends to just do his own thing with his ults sometimes.
really troubling because they use so many of their ultimates. They're well behind in time bank right now. And they gotta hope
It's still not a great position for Philly. They're like a minute behind.
have an attack round.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
Still 243 in the time bank for the charge.
And they're losing out on these Holt hooks so consistently. Like, it just feels like Gangxia are doing way better at that. Which is going to be, I think, a very fundamental skill, at least for the start of this season. Or this stage, rather.
Nero biding his time with his blizzard. For the man, the
I think if they can get that sorted, then fine. But what I suspect is going to happen is in about 3 weeks, people will figure out a good way to break this, and then everything will evolve from there. In other words, some Tracer is coming, guys. That'll be my first thought to break it. Just play team comps that ignore it. I did like the Zarya though. Hopper's Zarya, like, very confused at first. When it started working, it suddenly made sense. So yeah, Zarya or Orisa. Just save every bubble. The thing, like, to me, I would love to try just, okay, we'll just let Orisa throw Holtz out and just don't shoot it. Just, it's literally fighting games mentality, right? If every single time I throw out a jab you block, then all I need to do is start throwing out throws and suddenly it'll work, right? If you don't know fighting games, this is going to sound very weird. But yeah, if every single time like I jab you, you block, and if throws beat blocks, then if I start throwing, I win, and you think I'm going to jab every time, I start winning, right? So it's that exact mentality of like training someone. Okay, well, every single time we do this combo, I halt, we hook, we all shoot it. And so the Zarya, so you go, okay, well, what we'll do is we'll bubble it every single time you're lifted, and then we can like get Zarya charged, which is normally a huge problem with Zarya Orisa, and then we can have the Zarya just like mow you down. We have Graviton Surge to win the game. Speaking of winning the game, that happened in the background. Let me finish this thought. But if you change your behavior all of a sudden, then suddenly what they're doing stops working. There's still the Mei problem. The thing is, when you eliminate the Zarya, like if you start eliminating the Zarya source of charge, it's going to be difficult to deal with. Like if the Zarya has no bubbles because she's using them because you're pressing Halt, and then like the thing is, you don't have to just not do it every time. Sometimes you can just throw a hook at it and just see what happens. Sometimes you can throw nothing at it and just keep shooting their barrier, break their barrier instead. Let the Zarya fire the bubbles, break their barrier, drop down and hook. Like, you can do a lot of different things. So how do they win this fight? Because they should not win this fight. Is it Carpe? It's Nano EQO and Blizzard. Okay. Blizzard is a very good ultimate. I've said it before and I will say it again. Blizzard is a very, very good ultimate. Okay. Still got more. Ooh, ooh, there's some Pharah. Spoilers. Nero playing Pharah. Bold to play Pharah into Carpe, but on offense, sure. 3 minutes. Surprised that they're not playing the Zarya again, because in my mind you just push him into the back corner and then grab Barrage and kind of win. So here's a side effect of Batiste that is very useful on ladder in general, which is when teams play with a Batiste and he drops an immortality field, everyone runs into it, and you're not going to kill anyone. But Pharah's job these days, in my mind, is like very rarely to actually get kills, especially, like, it might change now that we're on 2-2-2, but in general, Pharah is just a lot better at building a fast ultimate and then trying to pick up like 2 quick kills with barrages. That is useful for Pharah. And Happy is still gonna just look for Dragon Strike. Like, push Philly back, Dragon Strike into the corner, like into this space back here. It's all gonna be good and easy. So a lot of ways for Guangzhou to break this. It's a beauty of an anti. Straight on him. Love it. Love it. Love the coordination. Okay. Batiste bust. Yeah. It's a bit slow. Like, what happened here was that everyone was like in panic mode still. Like, the timing isn't awful because, hey, yeah, they've just kind of dropped this barrier. They want to take the point. You can push them off it by using this ultimate. That's kind of good. It's just that everyone's still kind of like, oh god, I need healing. Ah, hide over here. Ah. So no one's there to like actually stand behind it and shoot this and break this barrier in time to do anything with it, really. I'll still get the barrier. and take a little bit of ground back, which is kind of all they need. But I think the threat here is that Gang Zhao is just ramping up and up and up and up and up. They're getting a lot of power. Oh, these antis from Shu have been spot on. Oh boy. They just needed that one to land. Oh, he's going for it. It's not complicated. It's not, you know. And I'm standing here going, oh my god, the strategy, it's breathtaking. We're gonna hold hook until it works. Lo and behold, it worked. They got it. And then it's just like, oh, now you're on the back foot. All our ults are coming online. We have advantage. We will press the advantage, and we will win. Simple. With no answer to the Pharah in the air, that's probably all that, like the only way that can end. Like the moment they get a slight, the thing is the Pharah can't initiate there. I don't think you can't like send the Pharah into barrage straight away. But the moment you get like even a half decent halt hook, if you pull them and like get a May wall, you can just barrage the person you pull, and then you can just go from there. Please tell me Philly are not playing. They are playing bunk. Okay. Oh, okay then. Double barrier. Well, it's Junkertown. We're back. And they're playing. Oh no, they're playing Boombox and Batiste. Okay. They used to play him on Roadhog instead when he was resigned to being a Zen main forever. Well, they've. Oh, Carpe. Oh, he's in trouble. Neptuno. Oh, dearie me. It's not a fight you win. Neptuno getting picked again. Seems to be a slight issue. Nero almost has ult. If he dies, they're in trouble.
Well, smooth point day so far. Rio swapping over to the wrecking ball. So you gotta do. Oh, abandon ship.
I don't like that ult even. Oh, the anti from Shu. Oh, it's not enough. I don't think it's gonna be enough. What was that res? What was that res? Kara just kind of going, it's okay guys, I got this. I got this. I get that you gotta try. I get that they have to try. It's just like, no. No, not happening. Oh, I appreciate the attempt. Pogo had a whole 17 seconds of Reinhardt playtime in his career. He's back on his Diva at least. That's where he's comfortable. I like the aggressive hold from the Bastion. I actually really like it. I like it when teams do this. Oh, the May lift. Going up. My personal favourite response to that on ladder is just to look straight down and shoot. So if someone does that to you, just look down and shoot. You'll break the wall very quickly and you'll just drop down behind it. But probably not a good idea at this level of play. Like, considering there is a Roadhog.
Well, that's the thing. Like, the halt is going to pull you behind the barrier and set you right in line to get shot down by that Bastion as well.
Where is EQO? He's like dying to something. I think he's trying to contest this Widow. This Widow who's having a very tough time like getting this flank in. Oh, okay, no, it makes sense. Oh god, these antis from Shu. Like, Philly have done a great job. Like, they've been pushing the payload all this time as well. So they just anticipated that the hook was going to land, so he just threw the immortality field just for safety. Shoot through the nade just above the Arita barrier, splashing it off the back wall to hit everybody. Has given them nano at the very least. Don't think they have anything to make work with the nano though. I mean, that's gonna push the Widow out. Like that's, I think that's EQO's job here. Is just contest the high ground, contest the Widow. Oh! Oh, that's so cool. Just the block is so good. I love it.
Look at that guy. Incredible. Meanwhile, Carpe with another ultimate manages to barely stay alive.
This is tough to deal with. Like, how do you break this? Boombox has an ult as well. I mean, the tradition is, like, if you have a Mei of your own, then the lift and pull is not a bad way of doing it. Blizzard, to me, is a very good way of doing it. I think Hanzo is definitely a better choice than the Widow. This is generally where the Bastion just stops working, because, like, you can surround it, you can get around him. It just feels like the consistent team play that we've seen coming out so far from Guangzhou hasn't been quite manifesting here. Where they were doing such a good job of, like, every single Hulk hook was like felt like it was landing. Everything was working. And now it feels like it's kind of stopped. Now that they've got Blizzard, okay. Like, Blizzard is so good at dealing with Bastions. Fidget spinner. It's in the way. It's in the way. Let's get it going. Nice. Nice. Okay. Yeah, Carpe. There's no way. No way, Carpe. There we go. Thank God. This is like one of the hardest places to break in Overwatch. So I will be surprised if they get much further than this. Bongo, aggression. There's the dragon. Okay, they've got some ground. They've broken out of the choke, so okay. Nice, good start. Can you contest the high ground? Carpe's having a hard time getting to the high ground. There we go. He is fighting a Mercy Hanzo as just kind of a solo Hanzo. There we go, Neptuno's helping him now. Good stuff. Almost. Like, again, these whole hooks, not particularly great. Like, it feels like Philly have had them land maybe like 1 in 20. Double Blizzard all the way across the sky. Oh, Nano EQO. I mean, this seems to be the strat. When in doubt, Nano EQO. Play Kib, you cowards. They probably won't play him for a while. Alas. Needs time to acclimatize to the team. How they've been doing things. I'm curious to see, like, Guangzhou's Mei ult here, because it just seems really ineffective. Like, EQO just doesn't seem to give a heck. It just slowly kills Hopper instead. Ah, that's why they nanoed him. Okay, that's really cool out of Boombox, actually. To, like, quick thinking. Just goes, oh, EQO's almost dying, but he's, like, still fighting. It's also kind of good out of EQO to, like, know that he can... Well, I guess he doesn't have a choice because he uses Ice Block, but he comes out of it and just, like, just about makes it without freezing. If they can't land Halt Hook, what should they switch to? If they can't land Halt Hook, then they should learn how to bloody Halt Hook. Switching to the Zarya strat wouldn't be too bad, but... It's very difficult to do that kind of thing on the fly. Tracer.
Supercharger, and I don't know, Charge. They're just losing
Whoop.
people. They can't put together a cohesive defense yet. Maybe with the kill on the EQO.
Oh god, Carpe. It's like watching an aimbot. Like, it's crazy.
Continuing to push forward here. Carpe going clutch again.
It's also so weird watching pro tracers because it's like they vibrate.
Charger, not going to Poco.
Like,
Or Poco, rather.
it's the way the crosshair is just like constantly like vibrating.
Put together a cohesive defense yet. Maybe with the kill on the EQO.
Until you see that, and it's just incredible.
Cohesive defense yet.
Like how smooth this motion is.
EQO. They can turn it around. But Charge down. Philadelphia Fusion continuing to push forward here. Carpe going clutch again.
It's just so dangerous. And then killed by the Ana, of all things. Of all things.
It's only Hotba on the wrecking ball on that payload right now. Delaying as long as he can. Poco getting the knockup. Chara back on the Lucio right now.
And again, if this was GOATS,
A minute 20
you would know the results. Like, the moment one team gets an advantage by a spawn door, it's just done. But
come in. The May is there.
there are chances that Carpe could outplay people. There are moments where people can actually outplay. We've got Nano Carpe.
On to Happy on the Tracer.
Yep, that's right. Well, Carpe just trying to do as much.
It's not a foregone conclusion anymore. Like, there's so much more room for people to actually play the goddamn game.
remaining here. Happy staying alive. And man, Charge has used up so much time off of this time bank actually. Philadelphia Fusion finally finishes it. But man, that was like another 30, 40.
That was nuts. That's why Carpe is like one of the highest paid. I think he might be the highest paid player in the league from like the bits and pieces I hear.
That's true. The candidate, the boarding party.
That might change throughout the season, or for next season, but
Effective if you
it's not a shock after what happened with Philly last year, where he was just carrying them.
If it's going well, just keep going.
And like he's widely considered still to be one of the best DPS players.
Use it for A and then see how far you can take it a lot of times. Looks like it's going to be a more standard composition from Charge, though they're going to go for the May Widow.
A lot of patience. Like that's fascinating to me. The fact that he just like takes so long without firing. He just keeps it cool, you know? Waits for it. He knows that he has the time, which I'm genuinely curious about, because I'm guessing, okay, so what he does is he lets everyone come out, and that means that he knows that Carpe isn't, like, stood here, basically. Because if he tries to do this jump with Carpe stood here, then he's just going to die. So my question is, where the hell is Carpe? I can't see him. I can see everyone else.
just a smidgen. Quickly healed up now by
There. He's over on this side. Okay.
Massive Fusion.
You know, sometimes I don't even know if you want to take those shots against
Yeah, he's doing jump shots on the, sort of now on the left side.
if you know you're not going to be able to get that kill.
Flank around right now on the side of Happy, so he's going to be coming around, trying to break, trying to find a
A lot of early ground has been gained. Ooh. Was that a whole hook?
trying to find a support
That was just a hook.
Happy, so he's going to be coming around.
There's a gap. There's a gap. He's put the barrier on the cart, and there is a gap here. That a sneaky Roadhog can put his hook through and grab Nero.
Support player right here, and that's just not going to happen.
Very well spotted.
Back to spawn again.
Something to keep in mind, perhaps, if you're a Roadhog player and they, you have an enemy Orisa, and what Orisa doesn't love putting the barrier on the cart,
Fusion got there first.
so there might be a hole underneath it.
Keep coming through. Good stagger.
You might be able to exploit the hell out of that.
Here.
That's an easy kill. Easy pickup.
My guess is they vibrate to maximize. I know Mikey A, for example, he really vibrates. Well, he really vibrated, I guess.
Attempt number 2 coming out. Long
Like a lot of Tracer players do. It's fascinating to see. Like they just, like I can't even do it. Like I don't even know how it's like that. Just constantly,
Tuno first.
and then they'll track.
Try and play around the barrier cooldowns of Rio.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it feels like a thing to like either just make very quick changes or, like you said, just to like finagle the spray slightly.
Barrier cooldowns of Rio.
Pretty much. Nice
I think it's also just to keep the hands warm. Like
damage on
just being like in that constant motion means that you're just constantly like ready to go.
Try and play around the barrier cooldowns of Rio.
Pretty much. Nice headshot on a Poco. Ooh, good damage on a
Jesus.
Yikes.
Once the Widow is set up here,
Maze having a bad day.
this is so difficult to deal with.
Some damage in. Barrier down now.
Yep, that's right. Carpe finishes off Shu though again. No, Carpe's fight's been really good so far.
Because like nothing on Philly can touch this.
Not taking it
Like
out.
Carpe can't touch this.
Hotba.
Valkyrie gonna use the
Oh,
three, just provide that extra
Neptuno might be able to touch it.
that everyone on the side of the charge has to back
I'd
up.
like to see Neptuno go touch it.
Just wants Chara revived. And that's gonna be the ticket here for the
Honest, this isn't too bad for Guangzhou. Like they can just, hopefully they can just use the Batiste ult and just break Philadelphia's defense. Like they need to get around this corner, but if they can get like a Batiste ult here, it'll be very difficult to do anything.
couple of fights. So even if that amp matrix goes up, they try and position themselves behind it. Possibility the blizzard comes through, moves their positional advantage.
Oh, that got
Or you just land the whole hook. That works too.
canceled for a second because the voice line got cut off, but no, Blizzard came out just in time. Hotba
Though kill feed's still all orange. Oh, they nanoed Hotba.
that one, so Philadelphia Fusion still coming out big in that one.
Only the nano boost used, but on the Philly side, only the blizzard
Yeah.
really sacrificed
Did
there.
the Widow get in the back?
Get EQO back as well. So Philadelphia Fusion still 4 players strong.
'Cause I'm happy.
Happy's gonna get
Alas.
staggered.
Yeah.
So Philly's defense super
Well
strong
spotted,
so far.
Carpe.
1 minute remaining for Guangzhou charge. And
Still, they still have the Batiste ult
see that map 5.
for all your barrier breaking needs.
We all
There's the combos, both whiff. Oh boy, very reminiscent of the Paris Houston game where there was a slept sniper over there. Alas, that one actually died. It did take a nano blade, but that one actually died.
Be a resurrection on a Carpe, so no problems there.
Batiste ult is out.
There'll be a resurrection on a Carpe, so no problems there.
Ooh,
happy again looking for more picks. Now on board with Hotba.
oh god, that's a very good Blizzard.
He's got that whole hog available. There's a Blizzard. Are they going to pair it?
Don't think you can do anything about that.
Walking forward only needs the right clicks to finish off Poco. Nice hook.
Jesus, Arisa. She bounces. Watch the Arisa body. Watch her bounce.
Poco. Nice hook.
Doc, and then she bounces off the wall.
Sliding.
Brutal.
And it looks like charge. Finally, have opened things up a little bit on point A.
Yeah, finally, as you say, Doa, they're going to finish this. Looks like potentially an over.
Blizzard is a very good ultimate.
This guy rests this map extremely fast.
Yeah, the really tricky part is going to come in point C. B is usually something you can take if you take A, but C is where you really need a lot of time.
This is like you don't have much time. 2 minutes 30.
Well, as you're not going to have much time remaining in the bank to push to the end of C. Worthwhile.
Overwatch does get Overwatch ragdolls are brilliant. My favorite one is still whenever a May wall like knocks a corpse and it launches it into orbit. That just eternally classic to me.
There's a nice hook.
Yeah, Hotba just kind of bounced over the top of that wall. Now charge has to back away. Maywall is really useful too for just preventing more exit kills sometimes. See if EQ
What's funny to me is like Halt Hook is pretty simple, so you can expect it on ladder. I think the May might be a little bit too much for people.
leave you for a second, May.
No one's ever believed May's apologies.
Can't tell me sorry, Juan. Like,
Like adding a third person into a combo.
Cruel way to kill somebody.
it's the perfect weapon. It leaves no trace. Can't track that back to May.
Oh, they nanoed.
That's right. EQ
Give some ground. Oh,
Charge trying to push forward here, but now the Blizzard comes in. EQO falls, but he does get a big freeze coming in from that Blizzard.
this is
Philadelphia Fusion
Neptuno res that. Holy sugar.
freeze. Charge trying to push forward here, but now the Blizzard comes in. EQO falls, but he
The fact that he got that is really cool, actually. It's not going to be enough because hey, Supercharger is better than people think it is. But hey,
Philadelphia Fusion trying to follow up on it right now, but Charge is not going to be denied. They're going to keep pushing forward, and even Rio joins the kill feed there as they make some progress towards the end of B. But again, time is of the essence. They only have 1 minute remaining.
Yeah, Desperation Blizzard to EQ.
if they can break this first choke point, they're in a good place. If they get stuck on the first choke point, they are boned,
Paused.
I think.
Frontline
Although Philly don't have they don't have a Hanzo, which is generally like really, really good at stalling out this 3rd point start. They got the Widow instead, which still pretty good. Like you know where all the threats are coming from. That's a good start. Like, how did that happen? Well, like, yeah. I mean, barrier broke and Sato was literally moving left at the moment it broke. You can see left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Oh, oh God, it's broken. Oh, oh God, oh no. Oh God. Yeah. And that leads to EQO. The fact that his head is propped up slightly. Like, I think... Is it the tank that's propping his head up? Because I think Mei does lay flat, but the fact that her head is propped up slightly... Just... bullet to the dome. Oh, Carpe doing Carpe things. It's not over yet, but Phil, you have to give ground, and like this is... Oh my God. It's over. Okay, they almost boned that. If Rio pulled him out of the shot, oh Lord.
I like the tactic crouch by Shu at the end of that one. He knew Carpe's fate. That's right. Minute and a half remaining, so in spite of everything, Guangzhou Charge still...
Because this means that like Philly have no way of taking ground back. They just have to like hold by the spawn door and slowly die. Apparently, they're just going to lose. They fall apart. This happens to Philadelphia at times. It's quite sad when it does. I think Guangzhou executed far better.
I would not have guessed that, Doa, after nearly being full held. They took...
Okay. I mean, they've got to deal with the Bastion stuff again. They know that the Bastion's coming. Like, if they played it once, they'll probably play it again. I appreciate that Doa did a pirate impression. Beautiful. Personally, I always fall back to Yar Har Fildidi. Happy on... Oh my word. He's playing Metal Gear Solid at the moment. Oh, he got it! Ironclad! Why didn't he do the follow-up? It's 270 damage. You can't fold it. No, it's not 270 damage. That would be if it's 10% reduction. It's 210 damage? Yes. The raised dice probably screwed it. It's like someone else should be shooting at this time. It shouldn't just be him. It's like he gets both shots. Carpe is down to 50 hit points. Someone else should have helped. But they know he's there now. And being honest, yeah, this is a difficult thing to contest. Like, EQO has to go and deal with this. And, like, babysit this. Oh, good anti, very good anti. But not going to be enough, I fear. EQO the monolith. Oh god, Doa says some really weird shit at times, and I love it. It almost worked. Ryan and Arisa is a lot of barrier. Ryan and Arisa is a lot of barrier. Sigma Arisa is going to be even more barrier. because Sigma can just like very easily put his away. Although the weakness of Sigma is that his barrier doesn't follow on carts, so you can't just like leave it there. I'm curious to see if they actually do something like they did for Batiste, where they'll make it like float with a cart. Happy is still playing like flank watch. Oh, he wanted boombox. He almost got him. Oh, he can shoot his nozzle. Oh, hello EQO. Goodbye EQO. I fear a Charlie Niner has occurred. Shall we check? Shall we get confirmation on the Charlie Niner? Let's see. Oh. 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 And then, hey! Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh no, no. No, wow. Oh, there it is. There's one. Oh, there's a Xena. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. There, that's what I was waiting for. Perfect. Poco's mustache. The thing is, Poco like teased like, you know, like a handlebar mustache, and that actually looked okay. I think just the mustache doesn't quite work. Like he looked surprisingly good with like the extra, you know, 70s porn stash style, instead of just a mustache. Instead of just a moustache. Oh, well, that. They can't res like. I appreciate the fact that they don't even try and res him. He's just there. He's just dead. Just look at this sad corpse. That's a problem. Oh. That's cool. He waits for Carpe to do the jump and then he jumps because he knows that Carpe can't see from that angle. So he knows it's safe. He knows he can take his time. Whoop. Poco trying to contest the side, but it's going to get isolated, picked off, and killed. Did they start with the Diva instead of the... Yeah, they did. That's interesting. Double Sniper Diva. Sure, yeah. Like, especially with the early pick on the May. Already, that like if Philadelphia could actually execute the Halt Hook reliably, you might just lose to it straight up with this. I don't think Philly can come back here. Okay, they've got a Diva of their own now because Poco had to swap. I mean, the halts are going to be a lot less exciting now. Like, they're still doing halts to pull people into the air, but it's just more to set people up for the Widow. Happy barely survives. Nano EQO. I'm very curious as to why they went the Diva. Like, I'm very curious why they went the Diva. They've had nothing but success with the Roadhog.
Charge and Philadelphia Fusion.
Can't remember now Widow being so crazy aggressive and confident as Happy. Is truly a treat to watch. Yeah, Happy, like, you give Happy an inch, he seems to take a mile, and that's really cool. He just... What's really cool about him is the way that he seems to be using Infrasight to take ground. Like, every single time he has sights up, he's not content just holding an angle. He will actively, because he knows where everybody is, he will just take very aggressive positions. And he knows that people, like, will respect him. So they will play very defensively, so he can take that ground. It's like a really, really cool little bit of extra value for him. Oh, Sombra. Oh god, Reaper's back. Prepare the tuba. Reaper is back, people. We've got the rush down comp once again. Pick a target, any target. Try and kill it. Get in there. Get in there, son. Son. Get stuck in. That's it. Leeds. Oh, he's got the elf. Why are you running away, Leeds? Oh. Oh, this is what you want. Oh. It's the happiest Reaper. He's shooting people on the... Oh, no, he's not the happiest Reaper anymore. Now he's the happiest Reaper. Shooting people on the point. Oh. Oh. I thought they'd beansed it then, but they didn't. They did not beans it. No tuba yet. The Reaper's actually functioned. He's actually done Reaper things. See if he can maintain doing the Reaper things. Oh, did you see Sombra do a backflip? He wants to see Sombra do a backflip. I want to see Sombra do a backflip. Look at this sweet backflip. Boo! What? Why is like this? This is what tilts me. This is a tuba moment. You've got advantage. They've used Blizzard. Barely anyone stuck in it. You just gotta kill and like shoot the enemy team, pressure them out, and for some reason he's trying to teleport into the ceiling. Just shoot people. Just shoot people. I just, oh god. Okay, well, let him push. You got Blizzard. Yeah, just let him try. Philly, you might... Boombox? You okay there, lad? Have they just, like, tired them out? Oh, they've got Coalescence healing them. Shadow and Pogo are so low. Like, Neptuno is playing Heidi Mans. Can we find where Neptuno is? Not on this screen. Don't have a clue. He's probably behind the point. Maybe not. Oh. Well. Hey, Death Blossom got one. It got one. He did it. He did it. Oh. I actually want to know why, because he wants to teleport onto the top and then drop down with a Death Blossom or something, I think. Or just like drop down on a Winston and come from a surprising angle, but I think he just could run at anyone at that point and just kill them. Like, as long as Philly just stick to the point, they could be okay here. Carpe, please swap. Please don't.
It's all the kind of stuff you don't want to be in a small room with. Whoa, Nero. Gets a pick on the Carpe. You know, again, Philadelphia Fusion reminding themselves they've got
Just Reaper. Please no.
Nearly 6 ults for Philly. Guangzhou
Please no.
back foot here. They can prolong a neutral fight. They'll be able to get the EMP and their own Blizzard online. Definitely a helpful opportunity. Hot Bucket, you see.
What is the plan here? Is the plan get them in a blizzard, then Death Blossom and you win? Okay, speed boost in. Oh wait, we booped out.
But again, you do so much damage.
Oh, oh. Hey, you got one.
But the Blizzard gets a kill anyway. Carpe, gets hacked as he tried to jump up on the high ground with his teleport.
Ooh,
That
nice
did not work.
Blizzard from Nero. So they do get the EMP and the Blizzard before the fight ends. Guangzhou needed those abilities. That said, Guang-
Hacked as he killed with the coalescence, but the Blizzard gets a kill anyway.
The hack's unfortunate.
Hacked as he tried to jump up on the high ground with his teleport.
Like, the issue I have...
Coalescence, but the Blizzard gets a kill anyway.
Okay, I think he teleports in response to the blizzard. No, he doesn't. Because he tries to teleport before then.
But the Blizzard gets
And, like, this actively annoys me. Because he's like, haha, I shall teleport on top of the point, and then drop down onto them on the point, and Death Blossom and kill everybody. But he could just run at them and kill everybody. Because what happens if this happens, but he's teleported to the high ground? He's just not there, and not involved in the fight.
So they do get the EMP and the Blizzard before the fight ends. Guangzhou needed those abilities. That said,
It's like he's trying too hard to be clever with a character that doesn't benefit really that much from being very clever. At least in my opinion.
they're sticking with Carpe still on the Reaper.
He held on to that Death Blossom for a long time in the first map too, and it did end up working out for them.
It's just situational ult though. And it's mostly an ult that just allows you to win more in situations where you've already pretty much won the fight. It's a janitor ult. Clean up only.
Okay.
Just sweep.
What he does.
That's right.
Sweeping away here on the point.
Minefield again.
Oh boy, he's Death Blossomed. It's done so much damage.
Coming in. Can he get back in the
Didn't that do a huge amount of damage?
keep pushing forward?
Aren't we glad we have Reaper on our team?
They are nearing a kind of reverse sweep of sorts of this point. Being down 99%, now getting back to 99% of their own, and they might just be able to take the round right here. Philadelphia Fusion can't hold on.
And that's going to be it. Guangzhou charge. Run it.
Right here. 99.
It's just, you know, like, New McCree is right there, you know?
Winston and the Sombra. They're sticking with Carpe still on the Reaper.
And it's,
Death Blossom.
what gets me, I think, is EQO actually initiates this with a hack. Like, I think he finds someone.
Just situational ult though. And it's mostly an ult that just allows you to win more in situations.
Right, that's, like, when you're playing this team comp, all you need to do is hack someone, run them down, and kill them.
Clean up only.
Oh no, he doesn't get a hack. Okay, no hack. They run at Shu. And Shu fades away, and does the pressure stay on Shu?
Minefield again.
No, the blizzard stops all pressure. No, not even the blizzard, just the freeze stops all pressure. Death Blossom just gets consumed.
Minefield again. Rio trying to defend the point here. Pokebomb coming in. Can he get back in the mech? He can, just barely. Coalescence now for Boombox as they try to keep pushing forward. 92% already for the charge, so they are
I think the Reaper just gives you so little value. Hello, Moth.
of this
There's
point.
a Moth on my monitor now. Hello. Thank you for joining us.
Percent of their own, and they might just be able to take the round right here. Philadelphia Fusion can't hold on.
And
Oh,
that's it.
there he is. Come here.
Guangzhou charge. Run it back.
Wow, 0 to 99. The charge, they are one round away from taking the series.
Still no good.
Every time.
Swap to Winston and the Sombra. So
He's still playing it, guys. He's still playing it.
this time, EQO will be
He's still on the Reaper.
straight away.
That's right. And Carpe
Okay.
still on the Reaper.
Flawless dive is what I want to see.
All right.
100% flawless dive.
There's more high ground to drop in from, I suppose.
Find Shu, hack Shu, win game.
Very confident.
Like, that's literally all they can do.
Happy staying back right now. They're looking at the composition, end up deciding Lucio is the support that they want.
Maybe Carpe likes Reaper. Apparently he does. Like, honestly, they don't have to find Shu. They could find literally anybody.
That was a nice fade wall.
Doesn't matter who they find. If they can hack someone, run at them, they can kill them. And honestly, I don't like them leaving the point here. I don't think they can leave the point here. Like, the strength of this team comp is that you can sit on the point indefinitely and just, like, wait for a hack and then go and kill someone. The second you start trying to get more clever than that, I think you run into trouble. Because Sado has now been frozen in the corner. They have Mei, they have Orisa, they have Roadhog, they have Ana. Like, this is 4 things that can kind of mess up a Hammond. Hammond is going to get messed up pretty badly.
So they get the 5v6, he gets 2. Hoppa's had such a great series too.
Yeah, he has, and that was caused by the freeze from Nero. So they found
And it's like, it's not over. Like, Carpe, like, Reaper does really well when he's in a good situation. But not when he's on half hit points and gets hooked.
1 kill. 1 kill on the Reaper throughout all of that. Are they going to stick with it?
Happy swap to Sombra. Well, now they have 5 things that now break Sado. I think Sado has lost all value and meaning. I think that's a very clever swap out of Happy as well, because Widow isn't gonna, like, Widow is too vulnerable. I think he just hangs back and just hacks anyone trying to dive.
They've got a lot of good tools in the toolbox ready to go here. Q was so close to building up the EMP like you mentioned. I guess a hack in. Onto Rio as well. Rio with not a lot of health remaining.
I mean, like, this is terrifying. To me, if you're Philly, this is a scary, scary, scary moment, okay? Because Philly's entire strategy is predicated on the fact that if they all run at someone and hold left mouse button, they will probably kill them.
Got a lot of good tools.
And they actually managed to execute on that. Arisa's on the point,
Building up the EMP like you mentioned.
and they get on her, and she fortifies,
Guess a hack
but she doesn't die.
into Rio as well. Rio with not a lot of health.
Rio and Hopper take a lot of damage, but they don't die.
Hacked on the other side as well.
So they go in with EMP. Okay, that's a big win condition for them as well.
EMP coming in. 5 people EMP'd, including Rio. Doesn't
This might be enough, but they've got to know that the counter hit's going to be hard.
only 40% attained by the charge.
They do it, okay. Done it with EMP. Like, that's their safety net gone.
Guangzhou only commit the nano boost to that engagement, and now they'll be bouncing back with the Blizzard Shoe.
I'm going to make a prediction that Sado gets caught out by something, dies, and then Gangjiao just roll over the point. And Carpe tries to teleport somewhere, and Death Blossom and does nothing.
This looks like it's going to be a really back and forth point here.
Hero trying to check
That's my prediction.
the side.
Guess I'm wrong. guess I'll be wrong then. Okay, Holt, yeah, sure. Holt hook.
That's going to be a problem for Philly. They can't fight that 5v6
I mean,
very effectively.
like, Carpe, does Carpe know he can turn into a spooky ghost? Reaper is a very spooky ghost. This is a Tuba moment, people. He's the spookiest of ghosts, you could say. But he just eats it.
That's going to be a problem for Philly. They can't fight that 5v6 very effectively. Charge doesn't last very long.
It's just...
Q manages to come in from behind to take it out.
I like Reaper.
Cut off Sado. They don't
You know,
need to start getting some more things.
I like playing Reaper. I've had a lot of fun playing Reaper.
Got the net loss to do if he can find a good angle.
The thing with Reaper is you're constantly waiting for, like, the moment.
Or charge, but it only hits
Like, this to me is the mentality of someone playing Reaper. Oh, look, look at this spicy death blow. Give me more tuba. Bring in the tuba. I need multiple tubas. I only have one.
It only hits a few people. It's enough though. Sado down.
Oh, there he goes. Oh, he got hooked and died. Like, can I find, like, more tuba songs? Give me, like, YouTube. This is like a tuba orchestra. Tuba orchestra. Concerto for tuba and orchestra. My John Williams. Ooh. You can tell that's John Williams, can't you? This might be a bit too good for what we're about to see. It's just... Like, Reaper, you wait for the moment where you, like, run into the team and you hold left mouse button and you just boom, 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 and everything dies and it's like, ha 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 ha! Ah, I'm Reaper! Ah, I'm so powerful!
Anticipating
And you're just like, no guys, it'll happen, right? Like, I'll shoot the tanks and kill them. Oh, I can solo anyone on their team. It's so easy. And then just this happens.
E2O saves his EMP for this next engagement. So Fusion got time to work with right now. Nero's going to have
Okay, big EMP.
There's the MP.
Whoa!
doesn't hit the coalescence, so the coalescence is going to go up.
Yeah, that's right.
Heal up the members of the
Nothing died.
not being super effective.
Carpe died.
Now, they focused him. Got the kill anyway. There goes
He is
Neptuno as well.
literally, he is a non-spooky ghost because he can't haunt anyone from the spawn.
Taking it all at this stage, Noah.
It's
Because Happy's going to have another EMP. The Blizzard works. And really, Philadelphia, EQO rushed that EMP. They thought that they were going to be able to hack Rio and kill them. But instead, they missed the Moira. The Moira with the coalescence.
like this to me is terrifying for Philly because it's just like
Taking, focused him.
All of the members of the charge
you could not have a better situation.
going to have a hell of a Blizzard.
Okay, he fortified.
There's the
It shouldn't matter, to be honest. Like, it fortified at Coalescence,
MPUs. Only hits Rio.
and they're focusing him down, and yeah, he doesn't die. So they try and change to Hotbar.
It's going to go up.
Hotbar doesn't die.
That's right.
Heal up the members of the charge. So the EMP ends up not being super effective.
This is your strategy,
Focused him.
Philly. You pick a target and you
Neptuno as well.
blow it up.
Fusion not going to be retaking.
They pick two targets and then fail to blow up either of them.
Taking it all at this stage, Noah. Because Happy's going to have another EMP. The Blizzard works. And really, Philadelphia, EQO rushed that EMP.
And now they're going to push into an EMP and lose.
Rio and killed them. But instead, they
They could be hole hooked. They could be EMP'd.
coalescence.
Carpe could try and teleport somewhere
With the
and then just do nothing.
I mean, again, Reaper's okay, even if he does get EMP, but the rest of the team, maybe not so much. Supercharger
I think that
coming
bongo
out
is a touch
for
early.
Rio.
Oh,
Happy. Throwing defense, not even trying to use the EMP right away. Philadelphia Fusion.
kind of says it all, really, doesn't it?
Very little opportunity to retake this point right now.
I think that sums up Sato's contribution to this round.
For either, and he is back in action. Nice hook onto Neptuno, and that should seal the
Oh, I love you, Philly, but sometimes it hurts.
all of that. And it looks like Guangzhou Charge is going to win it in our fifth and final tiebreaker map. Sato just trying to cling to the point for his
It's a good effort.
in our
I appreciate the spirit.
right now. And Phil,
It's like, on what planet does this work? Where it's just like, I'm going to launch myself into the air against Roadhog and Sombra and May and slam down onto them. And it's just like, yep, I'll take the free win.
not even needing to use the EMP right away. Neptuno
I don't think he even hacked him, is the funny part. I'm looking at the UI, and he didn't even hack Sato. He hacked Neptuno.
not even needing to use
Sato's just so focused down
gets EMP'd Sato down already.
that he dies.
Fusion
It's just,
seemingly
ugh.
with very little opportunity to retake this point. Hoppa just takes a
Gross.
breather and he is back in action. Nice hook onto Neptuno, and that
I will say to Gang Xiao's credit, because I've been like generally focused on Philly,
Guangzhou Charge is
because
gonna
hey, I
win
like Philly
in our fifth and final tiebreaker
for some
round.
for purely patriotism reasons, and they play a very exciting style when they're good. When they work really well, and they're cool and they're exciting and they're a fun team. Gang Xiao played that really well. Like they understand what they want to do. They know exactly how they want to play each map. They know exactly, like, the tanks are working in perfect synergy. Hopper is playing fantastically. They know how to play some anti-Hog Orisa strats. They know how to play Hog Orisa. They know how to get value out of the Mei. Happy has been incredible. Gang Xiao Charge look really good there. Really, really good there. So Charge, good start. Very good start. Who do they play next? Who do the Charge play next? Schedule. Let's see. Gang Xiao Charge play Boston. Should be an interesting game, actually. I haven't seen Boston play in this stage. Should be a good tank lineup on Boston, so we'll see. Shame they're fraggy. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna take time. Like, that's the big thing. Same with Kib. Apparently Carpe refused to play with him once Sato got unlocked. Well, immune Sato. I think I've heard that rumor as well. And it's kind of baffling to me, but the thing with Carpe is he would have that kind of power. Like Carpe is Philly's powerhouse, so he kind of gets to dictate a lot. It's just kind of, it will be a really shit attitude to have. I think this Reaper stuff is making Alright guys, that's going to be it from me today though. Thank you so much for joining me, those of you who have. It's been my pleasure to play host to you. These will all go on YouTube. Thank you so much guys for hanging out. Thank you for those of you who subbed. Rauka, Baker Center Soap, Trickster TC, Supernova. Thank you Hex for the host earlier. Hope all is well with Hex. And yeah, it's been a blast. Like, this has been a brave new world. No more goats. It's actually exciting to watch. I'm looking forward to watching more Owl tonight. Because it's not 3 billion degrees today. And that's a big plus. Yesterday was just suffering for me. Oh my god, yesterday was abysmal. Like, I went to bed early, and normally I have my window closed. I know this is rambling now at this point, but I'm rambling. I normally have my window closed because I live by a main road, so it's very noisy in the morning especially, and like I sleep from like 4 a.m. to about 1 p.m. Like I have kind of a weird schedule. So I can't have my window open, but I just had my window open all night last night because, Jesus, it needed it. It was just... I was an Australian work as well. Well, the thing is, we have, like, the building I am in, it's built to retain heat. Like, my living room retains heat beautifully. Oh my god, in winter it is a delight. I can be in this room for like 10 minutes and it's just nice and toasty and warm. It starts out, you know, nippy and cold, but it gets nice and toasty and warm and stays warm. In summer, it's hotter indoors than it is outdoors. Because all I have is a fan, and all that's doing is blowing around hot air. So I just get wafts of cold every so often. It's... I think it was like 31, 32 degrees in my living room all day yesterday. I literally like left my living room about 3 times to try and avoid heat exhaustion. Because otherwise I would just be like I could feel the headache coming. I also need to buy more Pepsi because I'm out. Because I've been drinking too much. Stay hydrated, kids. It's always a good message. Alright guys, I'm done. Bye! I should host someone. I'm gonna host someone. Tell you what, take it away. Is it more like... Let me just Google comedy tuba. Hilarious tuba solo. Oh, this is filmed badly.